Hello, you guys. I promised to drop a training in here. I didn't know it was going to be me training you, but after I thought about it, I was like, Ariana and I should tell you all about Rubies on the Rise. So this is part one, and this is the training for this week that goes along with the challenge that I dropped in here on Monday for the non-negotiables. But I wanted to share all the things that I learned from Rubies on the Rise with you guys, and I'm going to teach you a few things, and then we're going to drop a training next week from Ariana she's going to share her experience and tell you about the other trainings that I don't cover today. So I'm going to make this short because I know we're all busy, but what I can tell you is get yourself to senior gold so you can do the senior gold fly-in, so that you can experience plexus. There's a total shift that happened for me being at headquarters. There was a total shift being around other ambassadors, becoming friends with them, building relationships with your coworkers, that you're no longer just part of Worthy and Well or, whatever team. You are truly a part of plexus, and when that becomes part of you and you feel part of it, there's just a shift that happens and you feel like you belong. And if you feel like you belong somewhere, imagine what that does for your business. And I've gone on trips with plexus, but this was different. So that would be my first thing I wanted to share with you. Okay, so let me go into the things that they shared about. It was Sheila Medina. She is the first person to ever go diamond. Crazy. Can you imagine being the first person to ever hit diamond in the company? That is just the coolest thing ever. And she was so down to earth. I always thought she wasn't, because from afar she didn't seem that way, but she was vulnerable. She cried a little. She laughed. She was funny. But what was special about her, guys, and the reason she's the first person to ever go diamond, was the belief that was oozing out of her. Her belief in the products, her belief in the comp plan, her belief in the company, and her belief in herself exuded so much from her that it ended up on me. And I guarantee it ended up on everybody in that room. So with that being said, what I learned is if I'm having an issue in any of those areas, products, comp plan, company, or myself, I need to reflect so that I can get my belief at a 10, because if my belief is at a 10, I recognize that belief is contagious. And that is what we want. We want to impact other people and bring other people along in this journey with us. And if our energy and our belief is contagious and it's just oozing on to people, they're going to join us. And that is why the woman is diamond, okay? The first diamond ever. So products. If you're struggling from 1 to 10, where do you land? If it's not a 10, listen to testimonies. Go and listen to testimonies. If you need me to send you testimonies, let me know. I can. The comp plan. I don't know if you guys know my story, but I was with another MLM, Beachbody, and I swore him off because I worked so dang hard and made no money. Like what I made less in a month than what I made signing up my first 3 people. And I was 2 years in and still didn't I still didn't ever hit $300. So the comp plan is one thing that I know is good. I know that I work from home and I make the same amount of money homeschooling my kids as I did with the jobs that I had with a college degree. Okay. So, company, we are debt free. Our CEO is like one of us. Like he remembered that I told him the day before that I've been to Moon Palace, and he pointed it out when he was talking to us that day. Most companies, you never get to know the CEO unless you're the elite. They are not one of you. So that's another reason that I love this company. Like Jules, no one is off limits. The Sheila Medina, the diamond, like she sat there, ate every meal with us, laughed with us, talked with us, took pictures with us. Now we're in a group chat with the first diamond ever in Plexus, us girls. Like, it's insane. Like, most companies gatekeep. This one doesn't. So my belief now is at a 10. And then belief in yourself. And they say this business, I'll say it again and again, it's 80% mindset and 20% skill, and you can learn the 20% skill. So what we need to focus on a lot of the times is our mindset. So if you ask yourself 1 to 10, how much do you believe in yourself? If you're struggling to believe in yourself, there are so many great resources that will help you with your belief. John Maxwell is amazing. So many Plexus diamonds that are willing to do trainings for no reason. They have helped build my belief over and over again. Watch diamond documentaries. That'll build your belief. Like, if she can do it, I can do it, right? Like, you see so many people that are diamonds. It's not just like 5 people at the top of the company. There's hundreds of diamonds. There's hundreds, thousands of jewels. Like, watch those. Recognize that in our company. The next thing that we covered was like leadership. Like, what kind of leader do you want to be? Do you want to be a leader that only cares about yourself and that you're trying to get there all by yourself? Or do you want to be a leader that is focused on your people so that you can develop people and say, oh my gosh, like, I helped her create impact for her family where she could come home and be with her kids and not have to go to work every day, or bring her husband home so that their marriage could get tight, like, again, when they were like 2 ships passing in the night. What kind of leader do you want to be? And then ask yourself, who are you doing this for besides yourself? Who are you doing this for? Is it your kids? Is it to prove to yourself? Is it to prove to your husband? Who are you doing this for besides you? And then I loved this question. If you fully stepped into your potential, what would that look like? If you fully stepped into your potential, what would that look like? Really ask yourself that question. What kind of flexibility are you craving? Ask yourself that. Write it down. Next was business and growth. So what legacy do you want to leave through this business? I want to be able to take care of the people that I love and be present. I want to know that I have helped other people do the same. Sheila Medina told us a story, and that's when she got her eyes filled up with tears, and her sister passed away. And her mom had passed away all within 18 months. And this is like recent. And she said this summer, she hasn't really worked her business in 18 months, but because of the legacy that she's built, this summer, she went outside and had all of her sister's kids there swimming in her pool, and the sun was shining, the skies were blue, and she looked up and she realized that her sister's kids were taken care of. There was joy, there was laughter, there was so much abundance, and all because Sheila built a legacy business. She didn't need to work her business for the 18 months that she grieved her mom and her sister, and she has been able to provide beauty and trips and get-togethers for her sister. And she said she just looked up and thought, my sister is probably so happy, smiling down, seeing her kids joyful, and me here, and I've been able to do this all because of Plexus. Ask yourself, dual income, what would it do for your family? Write it down. Ask yourself, what kind of team culture do you want? If you have a team, what do you want your team to be filled with? What do you want the culture to be like? Write down your short-term goals, because they're just as important. They're the little things that keep you going along the way. This was the next thing that I put a box around and a star around. If you had zero fear and you were full of confidence, what action would you take as soon as you got home? That's what she asked us when we were there. I said I would knock on doors if I had zero fear and was full of confidence. And I would reach out to people that I would never dream of reaching out to if I had zero fear and was full of confidence. Ask yourself, what typically holds you back? Write that down. Because when this was a big thing that she made us realize, when you can point out the thing that is holding you back, it can actually be the thing that catapults you into the next level. Here are some of the things that she said. Well, these are the 4 basic things that hold people back. Fear of failure and rejection, time management, comparison paralysis, and imposter syndrome. Which one is yours? Fear of failure and rejection, time management, comparison paralysis, or imposter syndrome. Which one is yours? Our limitations are self-imposed. What if your biggest struggle is actually your hidden strength? And then she asked us to write one limiting belief you've been carrying and rewrite it with an empowering truth. So, my biggest struggle is actually my biggest strength, and I'll give you that example. I have always had really big dreams. I wanted to be a singer. I wanted to be a gymnast. All of these things in my life, I've had these big dreams and never made it. So I wrote down, I've never made it, but it's that keeps me going to prove to her, the little girl in me, that I can. The thing that keeps me going in this business is that I want to prove once and for all that I can to the little girl in me that's never made it. It is truly the thing that keeps me going, but I also, what's crazy is that limiting belief also gets me at times, because it's like, here you go again. You have another big dream. You're not going to make it. The enemy. You're not going to make it. It's just going to be like all those other times that you had a big dream and never made it to the top. We have to learn to quiet those voices and cling, rewrite that empowering truth and cling to it. Visualize who you're becoming. Like, keep visualizing that. Think about what it would be like to be there. Take 10 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, 3 minutes a day, picturing yourself for 3 minutes that way. And then you'll get into action. You'll see yourself there. They say that athletes who picture themselves making shots and spend time do that, make the shots because they've made them so many times in their minds. Like, the percentage is insane just by visualizing. So here's the actual action plan. Set one mindset goal this week. Share it with an accountability partner. And then next week, let that accountability partner know how you're doing with the mindset goal that you set for the week. So mine was, I'm going to listen to a mom book I've been wanting to, and be present and intentional with my children, and do something with the Plexus money that I made this past month, and tell my kids that we're doing this special thing because I have the money to do it because of Plexus. Because I have a negative thought that holds me back, that I'll miss being a great mom because my attention is divided. That's a thought that often holds me back. So that's a mindset thing that I need to overcome. And the way that I'm going to overcome that mindset, that lie that Satan keeps using to hold me back, that I'm going to miss being a great mom because my attention's divided, is my new truth is, with intentionality, I can be a better mom through this business and give them more, because it causes me to have more time and be more intentional and allows me to do more with them. So by being more intentional, I'm going to listen to a mom book. I'm going to be present at the times that I'm with them and keep my phone away, and then do something, because the money that I have with Plexus allows me to actually do more. So I'm going to take action in the area that my mindset is blocked in and actually overcome it with truth with my actions. So I want you all to do that this week. Let me know if you have any questions about this training, and look forward to Ariana's next week. Love you all.